It is the official day that my ASOS collection is launching online. I'm waiting like every other person because I haven't been told an exact time. It's currently 11:30. I've literally been up since 8, like checking the website every like 20 minutes, and I actually have no idea when it's going up. I was just told that they'd be uploading it throughout the day. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, but I'm so excited. I literally did the announcement yesterday. I posted the reel announcing that I was doing the collaboration. I put out a few sneaky photos and I also did a Q&A. However, I got so many questions, I thought I would do a cheeky Q&A on YouTube and answer everything. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous because I just want it to work for everyone, and I know that's not possible. Nothing can work for everyone, and I just have to get to that reality because in my head I'm just like, I want to please everyone, and I think because of the content I post on Instagram, because it's so specific to a certain group of people, I just want to please them all. But as I said, this is a collaboration. This is not my own brand. Therefore, it's not technically a small band, larger cup like collaboration. It's full of bust. It does fit small band sizes. Like, I am a 28 and they obviously fit me. Otherwise, I would not have put my name on a collection that didn't fit well and I didn't think would fit other people well. So yeah, but I'm so excited. I'm literally just like wandering around the house going crazy because I don't know what else to do with myself. It's launched! Oh my gosh! Stop! No, that's insane. This is so surreal. Just seeing me on the ASOS website, my heart. I literally just came back in from doing my wash load. I was just hanging up my washing. I don't know when this went up. I was literally just about to sit down and do the Q&A whilst I was waiting, and it is literally up and launched. Okay, wow. I can see all the prices now and everything, so I feel like now is a good time to do a Q&A, but I need to get all the links on my story and I need to announce it to my followers that it's launched because I told them I would. I am back. My collection is now live on ASOS to shop. If you literally just search Mayor Andrews or Wolf and Whistle, it comes up. I've also linked everything on my Instagram stories, and I've got a highlight called ASOS and everything's linked on there. I did a Q&A yesterday when I announced that the launch was happening, and I got so many questions. I thought I'm just gonna sit down and do a proper like Q&A on YouTube, chatty, just so I can explain everything, because I feel like I couldn't quite get most of the answers across just on an Instagram story, and I just feel like it's going to make much more sense if I just explain it myself. I'm also just going to answer like general questions as well, just so that you have a better understanding of the collection. I'm still pinching myself. So basically, I have obviously just launched my own full bust swimwear collection in collaboration with ASOS and Wolf and Whistle. So Wolf and Whistle is an ASOS exclusive brand. Now, when I say this is a collaboration, I did not design these bikinis from scratch myself. Therefore, I had little to no say over the size range. Obviously, I've tried Wolf and Whistle in the past. You guys will have seen it on my TikTok, and I loved all of their pieces. So when ASOS approached me about this in September, obviously I was like, first of all, like, how do you even know who I am? But yes, absolutely, I want to create a collection with Wolf and Whistle. Like, that, it just blew my mind straight away. I was thinking, I even need this in my life, let alone like you girlies that follow me. How the process works is they basically pull together pieces that they have designed, and then you approve it as to whether you like it, whether you don't like it, what styles you want to include, etc. Because this is obviously a collaboration, it's not my own tailor-made collection. This is not my brand that I've created. It just means that the size range is based off Wolf and Whistle's current size range as well. So that's the size range they go off. Before I even said yes to this collaboration, I wanted to make sure that these bikinis were going to fit, because I was never going to put my name on a collection that didn't work, because that would just be stupid. So they told me the collection started at a 32 band. And I can't lie, I know I've said it already in my Instagram video, I wanted to cry because I'm a 28 band girly and I was dying to do this collaboration, but I wasn't going to put my name on something that didn't work. So when I heard 32, I was like, well, this is just not going to work. I'm not going to be able to do this. It just feels like a missed opportunity. However, When I tried the bikinis on, I was gobsmacked. Some of their bikinis come in clothes sizing and some of their bikinis come in band size. I've just looked up an example here. Starts at UK 6 and goes up to an 18, and then we do D to double D and then E to F. Does that make sense? I actually wore the 8 E to F and they fit me perfectly. And I'm a 28 band. As I said in my Instagram video, I just found that all the bands came up snug. I know it sounds ridiculous because then you'd think, why wouldn't they just then make the sizes smaller? I don't know. That's unfortunately out of my control. That's something they set and decided on. And the bra sizing ones, let me get up a bra sizing one. Starts at 32 band, goes up to 36, and then we do double D up to G. The G only comes in 36 band, which I'm a bit like, I wish it came in the smaller band sizes as well. But like, if you ever start a brand of your own, you'll know that, especially when it comes to bras and bra sizing, it gets very costly. You have to start with a size range that is relatively small so that you can get it out there, and then hopefully with the success of the collection, you'll be able to extend the size range. Does that make sense? Because if you're trying to sample 18 different sizes or more, it's like, you can just imagine how much that costs to do. They have to cut every single individual pattern out and size out. It's just crazy. So they haven't got the G in all of the band sizes, but as I said, hopefully if this collection is successful, which fingers crossed, we'll be able to extend the size range. If I could have it completely my way, I would have all the sizes in the world. I think anyone would. So yeah, now I've covered kind of the main things. Let's get into the actual questions I was asked on Instagram. One of the main questions I got, which I couldn't answer really until today, was what is the price range? So tops and bottoms are sold separately. So the tops vary in price as well, but they're between like £22 and £26, and then the bottoms are like around £15, £16, that kind of benchmark. All the swimsuits are £36, which I think is a really good price for a swimsuit, and they're really good quality. For a full bikini, we're looking at like 37 to I think £44 was the highest. I would still say that is a really good middle of the range value bikini. Obviously some bikinis are over £100 these days, and they are really good quality and the designs are timeless. Lots of people were asking how many styles. There's actually 18 styles, which is like, when I think back to it now, like I don't remember there being 18 when we shot the econ, but there's 18, that is a lot. Like, that's why I'm saying I hope there is a design for everyone, because 18. There's triangle bikinis, there's bandeau bikinis, there's underwired bikinis. And then leading on to another question was, are there full coverage bottoms? Are there different styles of bottoms? Yes, there are. I wish I could have offered like multiple different styles for each bikini, but unfortunately each bikini just comes with a set style of bottoms. So it's either high-waisted, high leg, tie side, cheeky, Brazilian. Like, there's a mixture depending on the bikini. Aside from swimsuits, will you also launch beachwear, short skirts, cute tops, cover-ups? Not for the moment, unfortunately. I would absolutely love to drop some clothing and beachwear, but unfortunately that's not part of this collection. I mean, depending on how this goes, again, you never know what else I might bring out with them, so maybe that's a plan for the future. But for now, it is just bikinis and swimsuits. What cup size does it start from? As I said, it starts at a double D. In fact, it technically starts at a D because it's D to double D. Starts at a D and goes up to G in some band sizes. Will it be available in Germany? I also had someone ask, will it be available worldwide? I did talk to my agent about this and she said it should be, because ASOS do ship worldwide. However, I know I've already had a couple girls message me saying they can't see certain styles. Like, there was one swimsuit that a girl in Germany said that she couldn't see, but she could see the rest. And then there was a girl in the US saying that she couldn't ship it to the US. So it's obviously, the collection's only just launched in the UK now, so I don't know if it's just a delay on that half of, like, on their side, if that makes sense. So maybe it just hasn't launched in the US yet, or they just haven't opened the shipping yet. I will have to double check about that, because I was told it should be worldwide shipping. And I know that I've sent a few to some of my US girlies to try, so fingers crossed it does ship to the US, but it might just be on a slight delay. I know some girls in Europe have already said they've made orders, so it should ship to Europe. It might just again be a delay on certain styles. What inspired you to launch the collection? Again, like ASOS approached me in September. Obviously I've always been doing content about fuller bust finds and stuff like that, so when ASOS approached me I was like, absolutely, I want to work with them on this. ASOS has always been literally my dream brand. I was a little bit skeptical about the size range at first, but when I tried them on I was just like, okay, this is meant to be. Like, they fit so well, and the collection was just like me to a T, like all the styles and colours and everything. It was just perfect, and I've always wanted to start my own brand, but obviously starting your own brand is so difficult. I don't think people quite realise the time, the effort and the money that goes into creating your own brand, so I felt like this was just like the right time, the right stepping stone. It just seemed right, and everything just fell into place perfectly, and yeah. Someone did ask, will there be any swimsuits with tummy control? Not specifically tummy control if you mean like shapewear. However, as I mentioned before, we have bottoms which are high-waisted and high leg as well, so there is like lower belly coverage. So yeah, not shapewear, but lots of different coverage options, which is great. Will there be triangle tops? Yes, there are actually 3 different triangle styles. There are actually, I think there's 4. Zebra print one, there's a blue one with a ring detail, and then there's an olive and a black, which are just basic ones. It should absolutely fit an 85E because I believe an 85E is a 32E, right? And we do 32E. And also with the triangle styles, you can go up because you can just pull the back tighter, which is amazing. Again, are there going to be triangle bikinis for girls with larger busts? Yes, you guys love triangle bikinis, which is, I feel like, quite rare for fuller bust girls. Like, I know it's like a love or hate thing because of the pain on your neck. Like, I personally love a triangle bikini. I do get the pain on my neck, but like, I think it's bearable because a triangle bikini just looks so good. Like, it always looks so good. So yes, we have triangle bikinis. And actually, funnily enough, all my friends who I reached out to try the brand, they all chose triangle bikinis. I was quite shocked. I was like, wow, you guys love your triangle bikinis. And do you recommend everyone sizing up in band size? So I mentioned this obviously on my story yesterday. The bands do run snug. I would say get your true size. So like if you're a 32E, get a 32E. If you're like me and you're a 28 band, the 32, I promise you, fits me so well. Like, it's still snug. It's not tight, if that makes sense. It doesn't mean that it's going to be tight on a 32. It's just going to be snug. Obviously, if you prefer a looser fit, if you're more used to a looser fit, size up, and that shouldn't be an issue. I feel like I explained it better on my story, but yeah. Will there be flower prints? So many girls asked me this question. I was actually like shocked that literally, as I said, all you girls think the same. It's hilarious. Unfortunately, there are no flower prints. I mean, you would have seen the whole collection by now. Someone else did also ask about, will there be fun colours and prints? Obviously, there are fun colours and prints. There's greens, there's blues. Yeah, there's 2 different types of blues, and then there's the leopard print and the zebra print. So we do have prints and we do have colour, but unfortunately we don't have any flower prints. If I were to bring out another collection, best believe I'd make sure there's flower prints and like your pinks. So no to flower print, unfortunately, but maybe it's something I'll think about for next time. If I'm a 36A, will your collection fit me, or is it only for bigger bust girls? I actually had, again, so many girls ask me this question, is it only for fuller bust? I mean, the collection is called fuller bust, like it's a fuller bust collection, that's what Wolf and Whistle do. However, there's so many different styles. There's triangle bikinis, there's bandeaus, there's swimsuits, all of which I feel like would still fit a small bust anyway. If I'm normally a 32G, 34F in my strapless, what size do you recommend? So excited. So unfortunately, Wolf and Whistle don't do the G cup in the 32 band, but as I said, the bands run snug, so I would suggest just sizing up to the 34F, and that should fit perfectly. A lot of you girlies asking me, is it going to go up to a H cup? I know that so many of you who follow me are a H cup because it's actually so much more common than people think. Unfortunately, for now, the collection doesn't go up to a H cup, it only goes up to a G. But as I said, hopefully if it's successful, I can have a word with the brand and hope to extend it. I mean, that would be my dream. As I said at the beginning, if this were my very own brand and I were creating this from scratch and doing my own designs, own size range, best believe it would be going up to a H, if not bigger. It doesn't mean there won't be anything that works for you. There, as I said, there are triangle bikinis that tie at the back. So if you're a small band size and a H cup, sister size it and you can tie the back as tight as you like. And if they don't work for you for now, I just, fingers crossed, we'll be able to extend the size range. Personal favourite, you know what? This is a difficult one. I love the ring detail leopard print, also comes in brown. I just love the shape of that bikini. And then my other favourite, which is the one I obviously posted on my Instagram first, the outline contrast, almost like scoop neck one, the blue swimsuit. That's my mum's favourite as well. I mean, that colour of blue, sensational. And also the bikini version of that blue. There's not one that I don't like. I love them all. I'm usually a 70F, 32F. What size would I be with this brand? Stick to your true size. There is a 32F. I know there is a 32F. Try the 32F. If that doesn't work, size up to the 34F or the 34E. On that note, I know none of you have actually asked me about this, but ASOS do offer Klarna and they do offer free returns. So if you're unsure on sizing, you can order more than one. You can either pay with Klarna and pay later. So they do like a pay in 30 days. And then you can try on different sizes and send back what doesn't work for free. So there is also that option for if you are unsure on what size to get. Don't feel shy to put multiple sizes in your basket and then make a return for the ones that don't work for you. Can't believe how many questions there are about, are there triangle bikinis? Yes, there are triangle bikinis. I'm a 28E usually, so what would my size be in your collection? So that would be sister size, which would be like a 32D. So we do the 6D to double D, which would be perfect for you. If not, 32 double D, again, should work great. Not a question, just so proud of you, bestie. That's Leah. Love you. Miss you. Also wish I sent you some swimwear to wear in Bali because I'm an idiot and didn't think about that. But miss you. Please come home soon. Yeah, someone said, if the band fits small, why wasn't it called a 28 band? As I said at the beginning of the video, this size range is purely based off Wolf and Whistle and the size range they run off. I had no say over their size range or the fit or anything like that. It just so happens that the band sizes fit snug, in my opinion. It doesn't mean they're going to be tight on a 32. As I said, they're stretchy. Why they don't call it a 28 or do a 28? It's something I've spoken to them about. Not a question, but just a massive congrats, you deserve this. By the way, guys, without you, like actually without you, none of this would be possible. So I cannot thank you enough. I mean, all your love and support every day is just, it makes my day every single day. If I get one bad comment, I actually have an album. Basically, I'm a massive overthinker. I have an album now in my camera roll of screenshots of positive comments and messages, because whenever you get that day where you get one negative comment, someone tries to drag you down, which by the way, they're dragging you down because they're already below you. You've just got to remember all the positive comments that you've had and all the positive messages. Just have to remember that. And I think I have been so lucky to have such a supportive community of you girls. Like, you're all so positive and lovely and supportive, and the negative comments are so rare. I couldn't be more grateful. It's always been my dream to have a girly community like you guys and make dreams like this happen. So this is all because of you. That is everything. I think a lot of the questions were the same. As I said, a lot of questions about the patterns, the colours, whether there's going to be triangle bikinis, the size range, the price range, everything. If there are any other questions, don't feel shy to leave them in the comments. I will try and get back to you as quick as possible. All I can hope for is that you love this collection as much as I do. If you do make an order and try any of the pieces, I would love if you could send me any photos, comments, reviews, feedback. Any feedback I would be so grateful for. If you have watched all this way, then I love you and thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you liked the video. You can shop my collection now on ASOS. If you search Mayor Andrews on ASOS, it will come up, or if you search Wolf and Whistle, it will come up. If you still can't find it, I've linked all the bikinis and all the swimsuits on my Instagram. Thank you so much for your love and support. I will also be doing videos on each bikini as well, just so I can talk through them with you. I want to do some focused videos, you know, try all the triangle ones, try all the cupped ones, the bandos, the swimsuits, all of that stuff. So keep an eye out on my Instagram and my TikTok because I will be posting those there. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping now and leave you to go and have a look at my new collection because I love it. I'm so proud of it and I just want you to love it as much as I do. But yeah, love you guys.